This is crazy, you know. It's taken us almost 2 months to grow this hair out here, and now you want to shave it all off. Are you some kind of masochist? And so now this is me, and this is me here, bald. And so I've decided, please don't mind the wretched head, I've decided to make a whole series about this called Vino Veritas and Aqua Sanitas, which translates to from Latin, in wine truth, in water health. And I thought it would be a kitschy little way to talk about shaving, which uses water, aqua, and something that I love, wine, vino, and then we could just have a chit chat about my life as I travel the world, specifically Eastern Europe, as a bald brown female, my experiences and my thoughts. So let's get into it. In Vino Veritas and Aqua Sanitas, episode 1. Okay, so I just decided to go look in the mirror over there to get a better shave. I'll finish this little bit. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit more shampoo. Because sometimes if I don't want to use shaving cream, I use a nice shampoo and it works okay. I feel good. Okay, so anyway, you know, I'm 38 years old, okay? And a lot of people look at me with my tattoos and piercings and everything like that, and then they go like, oh, well, you know, she's probably just like a phase or something like that, because they're not aware of how old I am. And that I actually got my first tattoo when I was 33 years old. There you go. And so they look at me and they go, oh, you know, she's probably like one of those people that like just want to stand out and just want to grab people's attention and blah, blah, blah. She's probably like young and she's probably like living out this dream of being a bad girl. First of all, I'm a woman. Second of all, it took me 6 years to decide if I even wanted to get my first tattoo. And the issue is that, like, for example, I'm in Montenegro now, but I was in another city. And the lady said to me, PAGAN. And I was with my daughter, and I said, I'm pretty sure she was talking to me. And she was like, maybe she wasn't talking to you. I said, no, she was talking to me because I understand enough of Serbian and Montenegrin. Okay. And so full disclosure, I decided to meet one of the people from the bald fetish community. I won't name names because he's not as open as I am about people knowing who he is and so on and so forth. And just the way that he was talking to me and saying that he thought I was a witch because of the nails and the tattoos and everything like this. And this guy was 30 years old. And to me, and people say to me, and simple, because I have all these thoughts going in my head and I have everything I want to say, but people say to me, well, you should just leave the Balkans, like, because most of my time is spent here in the Balkans, and most of the frustration and stress and aggravation that I receive from people is had here, and it comes from people in this area. First of all, it's cheap for me to be here, so that's why I'm here. I have friends here, that's reason number 2. And I know my way around the countries, and it's easy for me to go from country to country, blah, 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 things of that nature. And so I stay, and I'm thinking, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking that if people see me enough, and if they see that, hey, I am a female, I am a woman, I am a mother, it just so happens that I have a bald head, then maybe they'll get rid of these stereotypes and these ignorant ideas that they have about a bald woman, you know what I mean? And the staring, oh my God, like, ooh, that's enough to make you, like, want to hit somebody. But, so it's like even the most open-minded people, like this guy, I'm specifically thinking about this guy, but other people too. It's like even the most open-minded people are still closed-minded. And so that leaves you with always having, like me, always having to explain myself, always having to tell people, no, like, it's okay. Like, I'm not going to, like, grab your children up, and I'm not going to, like, you know, I've had people ask me if I was in a gang and everything like that. And especially being bald, you can see the tattoo that I have on my head. So, and they're like, well, people are going to think these things about you. But it's like, for example, when I go to London, and when I go to Leipzig in Germany, I don't have any issues there. Like, nobody bothers me. Nobody, like, stares. They see me, and I see them, and it's okay. But, like, they don't stare and, like, make it so obvious that they have an issue with my appearance. And, excuse me, most of my travels have been here. Like I said before, have been here in Eastern Europe. And I'm really... This is not to say that I will never come back to Eastern Europe and I just hate it here. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that I think I've had my full of it. Because one of my last days in Belgrade, I was a shopping market. And one of the guys there, he kept following us around the store, And we weren't dressed the best, best meaning like I just had on some old raggedy clothes and I had on a coat and the hat that you saw me in the beginning of the video. And they were like, he kept following me. It was me and my daughter and my friend. And so I finally said to him after like 5 minutes, I said, you're an idiot because you are following us around the store. Meanwhile, there are other people, at least 10 other people have come in this store in the 5 minutes you've been standing here looking at us. Like, he was literally about, 5 or 6 feet away from us. Just standing there, arms folded, just looking at us. And I'm like, look, it's a whole store you can monitor. He's like, he had his back propped up against it, his arms folded, like really, and just staring at us. And I told him, you're an idiot because your job is to monitor the store, not monitor one person or monitor a spot. Your job is to monitor the entire store. Then, so then he told me, and I'm going to say something vulgar here, repeating what he said. He told me, fuck you. This is the security guard in the store. He told me, fuck you, and then he does like this to me. Get out. So get out. And I said, no, I'm going to stand here until my friend finishes purchasing her items, and then I'm going to leave. So I wound up contacting the headquarters of the store, the headquarters of the security company, blah, blah, blah. And so when I got back to where I was staying, I told one of my friends, I want you to go down there tomorrow, and I want you to tell the guy, if he's there, I want you to tell him that I didn't appreciate that. And then I want you to speak to the manager of the store and let him or her know that I'm not satisfied, and I'm always coming to that specific shop so they know me there, and it's not like I'm some random person off the street. I was very upset, very angry, enraged. And so he told her, but before we left, he told me, well, nothing's going to change. And I was so disappointed. I remember the first time I came to, like, this part of Eastern Europe, and it was bad. When I say staring, I don't mean like for 8 or 9 seconds. I mean like for minutes, people were just staring at me and staring 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 and staring. And I was like, I got to get out of here. So I left in like 3 or 4 days. And then I was like, okay, let me give it another chance. I came back. It was a little bit better. Then I came back a 3rd time and a 4th time. And, progressively it improved. Excuse me. And so then I was like, okay, well, maybe they just needed time to get used to me. But this last time was really bad. Like, it was really bad. And before the incident in the market, I found out that people where I was staying had been calling me fat whale. And, okay, I have a pudge here. That's fine. If you don't like it, you know what you can do. They were calling me fat whale. They were calling me monkey. And they were calling me nymphomaniac. Which none of those things are accurate. None of them. And so I got mad because one of the people involved in the incident was someone who I had considered a friend. Anyway, and I'm the type of person to where if you're saying something, if let's say I'm sitting at a table and I have some friends, they're not at the table and just some other people at the table or in a room, and someone starts talking about one of my friends, I'm going to take up for that person. I don't care if they're there, they're not there. I don't really give a shit. If you're a friend of mine, you're like family to me, so then I'm going to go hard for you, blah, blah, blah. And I feel like that's what that person should have done. Anyway, it didn't happen. So then after that, the incident happened when the guy, he said, fuck you. And so now I'm in a place, I'm still in Eastern Europe, but it's really peaceful here. For the most part, the people are okay. It's the stares and the laughing, which I don't like. But for the most part, the people are okay. And I can't see. I don't have a mirror in front of me to see my head. So I'm going to free ball it like this. And then I'm going to pause the video and go look in the mirror. But, yeah. And then, like, a lot of people say to me, like, you must be insane. Like, you must be crazy. Because, like, why would anyone in their right mind, why would a female in her right mind shave her head? Because don't you want to be attractive to men? Don't you want to, like, attract men and get someone in your life? Because of a hairstyle? No, thank you. I'd rather be happy with the style that I like and the style that I want to rock, which is what you see me doing right now, than to appease someone or please someone for a month or two. Because, if someone is just attracted to you because of your hairstyle, I guarantee you it's a temporary thing. It's not going to be permanent. So then you've done whatever they wanted you to do. For what? Exactly. So, but I used to be like that. I used to be the type of person that, not an individualist. I used to be the type of person that felt like I had to conform to what other people wanted me to do, to meet society's norms, to get married and, have children and, do what the husband wanted or the man wanted and, make sure everyone around me was happy regardless if I was happy or not, just to make sure that everybody else was happy. And I realized for myself that that's not the way I want to live my life. If other people want to live their life that way, no comment. And so, the funny thing about being an individualist is that everybody wants everyone to conform in some way or another. You look at someone who's, wearing gym shoes with a dress and you think, ew, why would they do that? Subconsciously, unconsciously, you're wanting them to conform. Maybe it's not a judgment, but somehow in your mind you're thinking they should conform to wearing heels with a dress or wearing sweatpants with sneakers. They shouldn't wear sneakers with a dress. When people see me, a female, and they say, well, she should have long hair or at least a decent amount of hair on her head, and I don't. So because I'm not conforming to society's norms, I'm automatically made an individualist by society. It's the funniest thing. And if I conform, then what? So I've conformed. Let's say I decide today is it. I'm no longer going to shave my head anymore. I'm just going to be who everyone else wants me to be. Then what? What if I'm not happy? Then what? If you tell people you're suicidal or something like that, they go, no. Well, now you really don't conform because, normal people don't have mental issues, Everything makes you an individualist or an outsider, if you will. And so, in my opinion, a masochist is an individualist to some extent. And an individualist is a masochist because as long as you're not conforming, as long as you're not following society's norms, you are going to endure some pain. And if you are making these choices on your own, if you are deciding to do this, then you are inviting the pain that comes along with that. Like me, I know that when I walk out on the street and I have a bald head, that I am inviting the stares, the laughs, the ridicules, the judgments, the prejudice, the discrimination I'm inviting all that, and with that comes pain. So I guess you could say that I may be a cultural masochist, if you will. But I prefer it. I actually prefer this life because I was watching this girl's video, and I'll find out her exact name and I'll link it below. And she was saying to me, and I'm going to say something vulgar, so if you don't like vulgar language, click off. And she said to me that she has alopecia, okay? And she said, which is an immune disease. And she said, it attacks your immune system, and the result is that you have no hair over your body. You don't have to shave it. It just like goes away, falls off. It eventually, goes away. In various stages and levels. Alopecia, you should look at. And she said that having no hair as a female is like the perfect thing for her because she doesn't invite any like fuckboys into her life. And you could, for me, and I told her on there, I went hashtag fuckboy shield because it's like I realize that, I have some people that I know that they see me and they'll be like, oh, hey, and they'll hang out with me. But when it's time to invite me somewhere in public or something like that, they maybe don't do that. Where they'll be like, oh, okay. And they'll say to me like, oh, you're really brave to go out in public. Not really. Are you brave for going out in public in that outfit, whatever outfit you choose to wear? No. If that outfit makes you happy, so you're going out in public like that. And so am I. I go out in public how I'm happy with, but anyway, back to this girl who has alopecia, and she said that she finds that having a bald head just really eliminates the ignorant people from her life, and the people who, not so much ignorant, but the people who are self-absorbed, and the people who are, society-driven and appearance-driven. Because if someone's going to be with her as a bald female, pretty much they're going to be with her just for her. You know what I mean? Because she's not meeting any of societal norms. Okay? And she's not a chocolate like me. She's a vanilla, so she's on the other side of the spectrum. So it's not about that. That's another thing, too. I think that some people think for me, oh, it's okay because, like, a bald head, that's like an African thing, too. And I'm like, what? Like, excuse me. I mean, there are tribes in Africa that have this style. I know of them, and I think it's beautiful. But just because a woman has a bald head doesn't necessarily mean she's African. And it doesn't mean that she's a lesbian. It doesn't mean that she's insane. If she's insane, it's maybe something else. I don't know, but it's not. She's bald. She is insane. It doesn't go like that. But that's what people here in Eastern Europe, that's what they think. I find that ignorance is very prevalent when it comes to appearances and when it comes to minorities and things of that nature. So for me, it's enough. Like, I need to go somewhere where I'm not always on the defense.